Hello, and thank you for joining us. This short vlog is going to outline a small group experience we had this week. Today is February the 23rd. So this past week we've been working on expanding on our knowledge of division, trying to get into just using the traditional algorithm. Our goal next Monday is to use just the traditional algorithm, but we've been doing a lot of different strategies, drawings, place value charts to help us understand why that standard division algorithm that we're familiar with works. So today I'm going to outline a practice session that we did using the place value charts that are in the homework and connecting that to the standard algorithm. I feel pretty confident that the crew has got a really strong hold over using the place value charts by themselves, but like you're going to see in the video, I mean, we probably worked, it's probably like a 15-minute session, around 15-minute session, and we only got through a handful of problems. So while the place value chart is extremely helpful in understanding conceptually the ideas of division, it's not really efficient. But it's really important for the students to have that conceptual understanding before they try to do the standard algorithm. So this group's going to outline what the homework is looking like, some things we've been doing in the class, and understand that our next steps are taking us to the traditional model. Thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to see y'all soon. Bye. All right, first things first, everybody wave. Say hello. Or put this on the vlog. We got some friends right there. All right, cool. Ready? We'll put this down now. So you guys will be in the shot a little bit, but it's also gonna get this down here. I might be holding things up to communicate to our parents what we're doing. All right, so our goal today is to get that connection between the place value chart and the standard method, right? Now it looks like almost all of y'all have attempted to do one and some of three or two. How about this? Let's just go do a brand new problem together since we're starting fresh today. Can you flip to problem number 3? And let's just start whatever. That's fine if you've already started it. All right, so what is 3? I'm gonna write it here so our families can see it.
7 divided by 3.
7 divided by 3, perfect.
So 3 divided by 7.
Okay, that's right. So if we're doing 7 divided by 3, first we're gonna set up a place value chart, all right? So you already have one set up. Go ahead and set up your place value chart. So here, do we need a group of 10s?
No.
No, right, we don't need that. So we just have 1. So I'm gonna have 1 column with my 1 spelled out. Now how many 1s do I have?
7.
1,
No.
2, 3,
Yes,
4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, yeah.
So the dividend is 7. Divisor is 3. You okay there, Brooklyn? All right, stay with us now. So how many groups am I going to be splitting this 7 up into? 3. So let's go ahead and draw 3 groups down here. I'm drawing them along in circles. You could do them like bars or circles. I'm going to do bars. So I got 1, 2, and 3. Right? So now we just go through and divvy up our 1s. You go ahead and do it on your paper, and I'll do it on mine. So now we're moving the 1s from our problem, moving them into 3 separate groups. So this is just a place value problem with 1s. We'll model one in a minute with groups of 10s. So the next one, for example, we'll take this one, put it down here, as we're using our groups, our individual representations of 1. And we have 1 circle remaining. So this will be our remainder. And something that we have a hard time with is understanding this. What we're saying is we're splitting up into 3 groups, so divisor, right? We have 3 groups of 2. So our quotient up here is 2 with a remainder of 1.
I got 2 remainder of 1.
2 remainder of 1. You got the same thing? Awesome.
Now we have to do
How y'all looking over there?
I did 2 times 3 equals 6 plus 1 equals 6.
Oh, you jumping ahead. You're doing the check. You're doing the check. You're already ahead of us. Awesome. How about you, Shakai? What you got over there? All right, so Shakai, it looks like you've made a group of 10s. Remember, we only have 1s in this problem. You have there, you got the same thing? Okay. Now, let's connect that. On your paper, you have a division statement, so I have to make my own on mine, my third whiteboard here. So we have the traditional model where the dividend is in the house and the divisor is outside the house. You see that? Boom. Right? That's how we're doing, right? Now, I want you to see how these two models are connected so we can eventually just work on this one. All right? So, we've asked ourselves, using this place value model, and you might need to look at yours so it's right side up, right? How many groups of 3 can we make with the 7 ones? How many even groups of 3? 2 even groups of 3, right? So, that can't be right now. Okay, I'll help you in a few minutes, but I gotta work with my group. So then we'll have a 2 right here. That 2 comes from the number of dots in the ones column, right? Here's my ones column. I have 3 groups of 2. Now, how many ones did I use altogether?
No, wait, no. You used
How many ones did I use altogether?
3, 6.
Well, look, if we look at them here, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
So you are all saying part of it. You say 3, you say, someone said, do you want to say 2?
me.
You said 2. Okay, so what we're saying is we actually used 3 groups of 2. And if we look at our place value chart, 3 groups of 2. 3 groups of 2. And so if we multiply those together, 2 times 3,
It's 6.
that's 6.
Plus 3. So you subtract that.
I have 1 left over. And if we look, so when we subtract these out, it's just like we did over here. We drew 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Then we took away 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And now we have a remainder of what? What's 7 minus 6?
1.
1.
So
Hey, gentlemen, I don't know why we keep bringing those over. Can we just leave these alone? We don't need them for today's lesson? Right, you know what? We'll let people sort it out the way they need to. Remember, like I said, during our small groups like this, we're doing the exit ticket at the end. Just take care of yourself, all right? All right, we'll be fine. I'll talk to her later. All right, so now what's our remainder?
1.
Okay, if we look at our, don't we have a 1 remainder in our place value chart?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so this remainder, mark it up here at the top. All right. I'm going to mark it at the top. David, please put it back. All right, do you see that? Chikai, you with me, buddy? All right. So, here's the thing. We always put our remainder at the top. All right. Always put our remainder at the top. Do you want to try number 4? Number 4 of a 10.
Do the checklist.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Now we have to check it. All right. We check it with using the inverse operations. What's the inverse operation here?
I did 2 times 3 equals 6.
You mean 3 times 2.
I did 2 times.
No, 3 times 2 because 3 is bigger than 2.
Doesn't matter. For multiplying, remember, it doesn't matter.
And then I did
So-
6 plus
2 times 3 equals what, Zion?
2 times 3 equals 6.
6.
And then 6 plus 1 equals 7.
All right, plus that 1 equals 7. Okay, does my product equal my dividend?
Yes.
All right, then we are most likely correct. I'm going to say most likely because sometimes we could still make a mistake and arrive at the right conclusion, but I think I'm confident that we've got this one. How do you feel about it?
Good.
Good? All right, let's try number 4. Number 4 does have...
75
75.
divided by 3. So and then I put 7 in the tens and 5 in the ones.
Perfect.
And that one I know I will take away 5 from 7.
Well, you got to split it up into 3 groups. So Shakai just told us. Shakai, can you say it one more time for us?
I put 7 in the tens place and 5 in the ones place, but I was wondering do I take 5 away from 7. But if you need to split it, I'm gonna take 3.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Shakai, I see what you're doing there, but remember you got to split it up into 3 groups first, okay? Get that going. Got a remainder. Now, guess what? My remainder, this time, it's in the tens column, right? See that remainder right there? I split my 7 up into even groups. Can you please find a spot and settle? Thank you. All right, so here's the deal. Now we got to turn this group of 10s into what? 10
ones.
10 ones. Thank you for clarifying that. All right, so we're going to move this over here because we can't have a remainder that's 10. So we'll split this up. We'll say this group of 10, this one dot that represents one group of 10 actually represents 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Now do the same thing. Split it up. Y'all said y'all got 25?
Yeah.
Okay, now if you feel like you're ahead of me, then I want you to go ahead and try to do it with a standard method. And check yourself with a different method of doing the same problem. I see I have 2 in the 10s place and 5 in the 1s place. So what does that mean?
20, 30, 25.
2 10s, 2 10s, and 5 1s. So my quotient is 25. All right, so now we've got that. We're familiar with this. Now I want you to try to use this method to help you with the standard method.
Don't we have to, this thing.
All right, Zane, I notice you're not holding the pencil, buddy. Give us your best effort. So I'm going to use my place value chart to help me do this. I got 2 groups of 10s in my division. 2 groups. 2 groups in the 10s place. Keeping our place values lined up. Then 6 total groups of 10s.
We just fucked this up.
Okay.
I got 15.
All right. I'm at a point where I have 15 left over as well.
Oh, I know what that
Now,
means.
what does that mean?
That means we have to multiply 15 times 2, and that will get us...
Hold on. I want you to lose. We didn't multiply almost anything in our place value chart. So look at your place value chart. Where can you find 15 represented in your place value chart? I got 15, but we know that my remainder can never be larger than my divisor. You have 15 ones here, right?
Wait, is it 14?
Trey, you with me?
We have a remainder?
Hmm?
I thought it was 14 because of the...
Well, we have 15 ones here, right?
Yeah.
Didn't we split that up into groups of 3?
Yes.
All right, well, how many did that come out to be?
25. Wait, no.
No. When we split 15 into groups of 3, how many were in each group? 5. So I would put my 5 up here. And if I multiply 3 times 5, what do I get?
25.
3 times 5?
I mean, 3.
15. All right, and if you look, if you made wondering, Mr. Bubba, how'd you do 3 times 5? Why did you do that? It's 3 groups of 5. 3 times 5. And so when I subtracted that, when I took 15 here, then I took them away one by one, and I subtracted a total of 15 again. I'm left with how many remaining? 0. And if we look at my place value chart,
There's 0 remaining.
there's no remaining.
So I was right.
Good.
Then we have to check it.
Now you check it. Now you do the inverse operation of multiplication. What numbers are we going to multiply here?
25 times 3. Yeah.
You are correct. Your quotient, 25, times 3, your divisor.
I got the right answer.
Okay. So I hope that shed some light on the homework and the things that we're doing in class and our math lessons. Like I said, the goal of this week is to try to slide away from using the place value chart and into using just a standard traditional algorithm with division. However, if students need to continue using the place value chart, that's totally acceptable. We just want them to start conceptually understanding how that traditional method of division works. I'm also going to send out the link to the Embark website, which will have another video on how to do the place value division, showing you how to decompose the remainders into tens place values. It's a bit more concise and just direct to the content. But as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I hope to hear from you soon, and take care.